Oh, yeah, what's going on? Char Celesio here, and we are here with some unrivaled basketball. Welcome to the show. Let's watch some hoops. We got the Phantom and the Breeze queuing up. It's Paige Beckers versus Kelsey Plum. Tiffany Hayes. Oh, Tiffany Hayes misses a three to start early, and it's going to go to the Breeze. Malonga chases it down, hands it off to Beckers. Beckers will take it across the line, going right to left. Sees Hayes in front of her, goes left past her, doesn't find any space, passes it back over to Malonga. Malonga tries to dribble into the paint. Oh, and a great defensive effort there by Aaliyah Boston. She gets the steal, she gets the pass going the other way, gets down in the paint, makes some space against Malonga, goes for a left-handed layup, and she gets fouled as she puts a bucket in and one. Phantom doing early work on the boards, on the buckets, and getting fouls. They'll take an early lead, 2-0. And Boston gets the free throw to fall. Three there. Zip, and Martin's going to bring it across the line. Here goes the Breeze. Malonga gets the pass. She goes down the right side. She passes over to Beckers. Now Beckers, hounded by Plum, gets stopped on the baseline, backs it up to the three-point line, now drives down, passes over to Martin. Martin from the left side three-point line misses. Rebound Malonga. Nice offensive rebound there. Stays with the Breeze. Oh, and a steal now by Hayes. Hayes steps into the passing lane, but throws it out of bounds. Nice defensive effort there, but doesn't turn into anything. It's going to stay with the Breeze. Oh. Five to two lead actually good now for the Phantom. Malonga now out to Martin. Martin for the Breeze shoots a three. Miss. Rebound to Kelsey Plum. Plum up to streaking Tiffany Hayes down the right side. She puts up a layup and misses. Rebound to Martin. Martin now looking for space. She's stopped by Boston in the paint. Gets wrapped up. Passes over to Malonga. Malonga now to Beckers. Beckers back to Malonga. Gets double teamed, but she fights through it and goes for a left side layup. Awesome play there by Malonga. Here comes Kelsey Plum the other way for the Phantom. Pick and roll with Boston. Boston tries to find some space, but it's blocked by Malonga. Dominique Malonga doing work early, but she can't take a pass by Beckers into the hole, and she fumbles it out of bounds. Tough break there, but some great stuff going on. Oh, and it looks like Rakia Jackson is back. She'll check in for Kate Martin. And Cameron Brink's coming in too. Here comes Plum going left to right. Plum has Paige Beckers in front of her, gets a screen from Boston. Boston pick and roll now, goes into the paint. Oh, but she fumbles it, gets it back, passes over to Hayes. Hayes to Plum. Plum gets past Beckers into the paint, but she misses off the front of the iron on a short paint teardrop shot. Rebound Brink. Brink now to Beckers. Beckers over to the right side. She's hounded by Plum still. Plum all over on defense. She finds Rakia Jackson. Jackson puts up an errant shot trying to draw a foul and misses everything. Rebound to Hayes. Hayes now with a high dribble. She goes to the left side and passes to Boston, and Boston passes it out of bounds. Tough break there for the Phantom, as it looks like they were going to set up something at the rim. They had wide open space in the paint, but couldn't get the inbound pass to go to where they wanted it to. Natasha Cloud coming into the game. Here go the Breeze now. The Breeze looking for their more buckets here in a 5-4 game. And a foul there by Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum got caught with her hand in the cookie jar as Rakia Jackson's able to draw a foul on her. Don't get the bucket though, so she'll earn a trip to the free throw line for two points on one shot, as is the way with Unrivaled. And she gets it. Oh, yeah, she gets it to fall 6-5 now. Breeze take a lead here in the first. Here goes Kelsey Plum now. Kelsey is met by Brink, her teammate on the Sparks. Inbounds pass goes to Irfan in the paint, and Irfan's able to make a move on Brink and get it in for a 2-point layup. 7-6 now for the Phantom. Here goes Brink now. Brink with a fadeaway jump one step a la Dirk Nowitzki, but can't get it to fall. Rebound to Irifen. Kiki Irifen now gets it over to Kelsey Plum. Plum now down the lane. She gets double teamed by Brink and Beckers. Gets it over to Irifen. Irifen misses. Rebound is chased down by Brink. She'll get it over to Beckers now, going right to left. Down the lane. She gets past the defense and she puts it up at the bucket, but Irifen fouls her and stifles the shot, but Beckers will go to the free throw line. Steal there by Paige Beckers. 8-7 Breeze. Beckers down the lane. She stops. She pops in the middle of the paint and she gets it. Oh, she misses. Rebound Plum. Plum the other way for a three-pointer. She misses. Rebound Irifen. Irifen just pushes Beckers out of her way, but she can't get the ball to go in the hoop. Rebound to Brink. Now Beckers will take it the other way. Back to Brink now. Sets up the offense. She gets it to Rakia Jackson. Jackson now finds a wide open Brink underneath the hoop. Defensive breakdown there by the Phantom, and the Breeze take advantage for a 10-7 lead now here in the first. Kelsey Plum doing work, gets it over to Irifen. Irifen, oh, she just draws a big foul and a charging foul as Cameron Brink stayed in there, took the hit, and she paid the price but got the foul. Tough foul there by Cameron Brink. She takes all kinds of contact. There we go. Oh, Martin tried to get it past into Cameron Brink, but it goes out of bounds. Breeze can't add to their lead, 10-7 still. Some fast-paced action here. Natasha Cloud now has checked in for the Phantom. Rakia Jackson still out there with Cameron Brink, it looks like, in her mask. And Kate Martin has checked back in for Paige Beckers, and looks like Cloud needs to tie her shoes. She's out there for the Phantom with Tiffany Hayes and Kiki Irifen. Irifen with a heavily taped up knee. She was getting banged around last game. I'm not surprised to see that. Still 10-7. Here goes Brink down the lane. She tries to find some space. She finds a mid-range shot and she swishes it in. Nothing but net for Cameron Brink as she finds some space there on the left side. 12-7 now. Breeze are doing work on the Phantom. Here comes Hayes. Hayes has her pass intercepted by Martin, but Irifen still ends up with it. Gets it over to Cloud now. Cloud back to Irifen. Irifen fade away from the left side. Miss. Brink gets the rebound. Cameron Brink now plays point guard. She goes up, sets up the offense, gets it over to Jackson. Jackson down the right side. She gets fouled by Tiffany Hayes. Draws the foul on the defense there. And she'll go to the line. Good boy. And Jackson hits the free throw. 14-7 now. Breeze are doing work on the Phantom. I thought this was going to be a little more competitive of a game. Here goes Hayes now to the Irifen. Irifen tries to find space, shoots a jumper, and she puts a bucket in there. Finally breaks the Scoring drought for the Phantom, and it comes to 14-9. Here goes Martin now. Martin down the lane. She could find some space on the baseline. Goes under the hoop. Reverse layup and misses. Rebound to Iriafen. Iriafen over to Hayes. Hayes now at the three-point line. She finds some space. Three-pointer goes up and in. Nothing but net. Nice bucket there by Tiffany Hayes, putting it in from long range. They needed that one. 14-12 now. Here goes Jackson. Jackson layup on the right side misses, and the rebound's fought for. A foul will be on. Looks like everyone. A big scuffle there, and Brink and Erie end up on the ground. This good boy. Buddy. Hi. My good doggy had big time number 2s, and they were extra juicy on the rug. Thanks a lot, dog. Oh no. No. Badness. Damn, my compressor effects are not happening right now. Still 14-12. And Aaliyah Boston checks in, gets in a bucket, and ties it up for 14. You're still here in the first with Breeze and Phantom. Kate Martin now. Martin down the lane. She goes down the left side, gets the ball knocked away by Tiffany Hayes. Great steal there. Knocks out of bound off of Martin's. Ball goes to the Phantom. Tiffany Hayes now is going to dribble it back the other way. Gets it from Boston. Boston now to back to Hayes. Shoots up another 3 at the buzzer, and that's that. First quarter is in the books, and we have a tie game at 14. So first quarter is in the books with unrivaled action. So far, so good. It looked like the Breeze were going to take over early, but they have gotten the things a little bit more equal now, I would say. It's seen as it's a tie game. Phantom have definitely fought back, and they are doing work. Love to see it. Easy win was not going to be a possibility in this game. I figured this one would be the more competitive game so far. Hasn't been exactly intense competition, but it's been good. Oh, shit. Totally meant to do that, of course. Part of the whole experience, you know. Anyway, we'll do this first game. My back's not exactly responding well to today. It's been a heck of a day. It is freaking 80 degrees here in the middle of freaking winter here in SoCal. What the heck? A little too hot. I would take a little bit of snow right now, I'm not gonna lie. But it's all good. The dude abides. Cheer. Thanks for watching again. Thanks for at least checking in, seeing what's what, checking out the goods. I got one of my favorite guitars with me right now, this Epiphone Les Paul Widow. It's pretty much the perfect guitar for me. With the right looks, the right pickups, the right neck profile. The most important part of your guitar is your neck. We want to make sure it's got the right feel. And this one has it for me. And it's also got some good tones. What was I going to say, though? Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking I would change something, but I forgot. It must not be that important. Anyway, we're back to basketball. Second quarter action kicking off here. We got the Phantom versus the Breeze on Unrivaled via HBO, TNT, or True TV. Still 14-14. Hayes now with the ball. She looks for some space, probes down the lane, gets past Malonga, but Malonga might have gotten a piece of a layup. And the rebound goes to Beckers. She drives, she pops, and she gets a friendly bounce. It falls for Paige Beckers. Here comes Kelsey Plum. Plum now finds Leah Boston. Boston hands back off to Plum. Plum down the lane, pick and roll. Gets back over to Boston. Boston misses a shot. Open mid-range from the paint area. Goes back to Beckers now. Beckers probes. And she makes a shot in the paint. Nice little mid-range just in front of the free throw line. Here comes Plum. Plum right past the defense. Oh, and she misses, but gets her own rebound. Gets it back out to Boston on the three-point line, and she makes a big-time three-pointer. Aaliyah Boston. We'd love to see that. Here comes Jackson now. Jackson with Tiffany Hayes all over her. Great defense. She's forced to give it up to Malonga. Malonga now to Beckers. Beckers back to Malonga, and she is blocked by Boston. Awesome pick and roll action, but the Phantom were not fooled, and Kelsey Plum comes back the other way and nails a three. Kelsey Plum making big time three balls. Paige Beckers now looking at a 2-point deficit. She gets it over to Malonga, high pick and roll. Now over to Rickea Jackson. No movement, and Rickea Jackson forces the issue and draws a foul on Tiffany Hayes. Tiffany Hayes fell asleep as the offense fell asleep, and Jackson lulled her into it and made her pay. (20-18) still for the Phantom. Here comes Kelsey Plum, even at 20 now. Sorry, looks like Jackson did hit her free throw. Hayes now will shoot a three, miss. She knew it was off the whole way. Here's rebound Beckers and intercepted by Hayes. Oh, and she just throws it out of bounds. Oh, it looks like it was actually off of Beckers. Beckers got her paw in there and caused the ball to go out of bounds. That's good because that would have been an embarrassing turnover for Tiffany Hayes. Yikes. Here comes Plum now. Plum now. Oh, they've switched to the Samsung Galaxy Ultra Nasty AI cam. Super low res. And yeah, makes Kelsey Plum's bucket missed even look uglier. 20 all. Here goes Beckers. Beckers makes a sweet move, and that even looks sweet with the Samsung Galaxy AI cam. There we go. Finally, we're back to normal human camera action, and Tiffany Hayes lays it in for our entertainment. Thank you, Tiffany Hayes. Ugh, back to AI cam. Garbage quality is so far away. It looks like I'm sitting in the nosebleeds all of a sudden. Where Kia Jax now stops, pops a mid ranger, misses. Phantom now the other way. Kelsey gets it over to Leah Boston, and down she gets behind the defense and makes a bucket. Nice there by the Phantom, 24-22. Malonga now, she's harassed by Boston. Defense is strong here. Here goes over to Beckers. Beckers down the lane. She is stopped by Boston. Boston almost gets a steal. Malonga gets the ball down. She shoots a three, misses. Rebound to Hayes. And a timeout. Or a foul? Yeah, foul on Paige Beckers. Sorry, that was on Malonga. Paige Beckers had her hands up like, that wasn't on me, was it? Guess not. She'll check out, and Cameron Brink's in there, and Tasha Cloud will check in for the Phantom. Kelsey Plum and Boston will stay out there against Brink, Beckers, and Jackson. Here goes Cloud. Cloud down the lane. She stops and misses. Rebound Jackson. Jackson three-pointer. Nothing but net. She puts it in. Here's Boston. Now Boston hands off to Plum. Plum is blocked. Rebound Paige Beckers. Beckers did pass Plum, and it makes it. That will force a timeout. We got a break in the action here on HBO Max for Unrivaled. We got a tough game, though. No one's given an inch. Oh, it looks like Lexi Hall might be sitting this one out. She appears to be in street clothes behind the bench. Not sure what the story is there. No, that might not have been Lexi Hall, though. I'm not sure. I think she was on the Phantom. And back to the second quarter action here. 27-24. Breeze are in the lead, and a foul there by Kate Martin on Natasha Cloud deep under the paint. Looks like Tasha was forcing the issue there, and Martin had no choice as Cloud had position on the baseline. Best defense you can do, most solid defense, is not giving up any room on that baseline. Cloud shoots up and makes the free throw. Nice bucket there. Here comes Kate Martin now, hounded by Kelsey Plum. Plum on defense is nothing to mess with. Handle goes over to Beckers. Beckers now to Brink. Brink for a three-pointer. Right off the front of the iron. Rebound, Natasha Cloud for the Phantom. She'll take it left to right down the lane. Bounce pass to Boston. Boston back to Cloud. Oh, and Cloud is intercepted as she was trying to pass it over to Beckers. Took over, and Beckers takes a three and misses. Rebound, Aaliyah Boston. Boston sets the screen for Plum now. Plum goes down the lane, but she's met by Brink, stifled. Now she'll go back out to the three-point line and dribbles, hands it off to Cloud. Cloud back to Plum. Plum is able to feed. No, gets her ball knocked away by Brink, and a late three-pointer bailout shot falls for Kelsey Plum. True professional there. 2:13 remaining here in the second. 29-27. Phantom are in the lead after Kelsey Plum heroics, but the Breeze come back and get a quick shot. Cameron Brink puts it in from the paint. It's 29 all with 2 minutes left. Here goes Plum. Plum down the lane. She's fouled by Beckers. Nice quick attack there for Kelsey Plum, and Beckers has no choice but to foul. And looks like Plum's going to hit that free throw shot. 31-29 now, 1:59 remaining. Here goes Martin now for the Breeze. She's met by Plum on the right side. She goes down into the paint. She forces the issue. Offensive foul. Kate Martin pushes off, and Plum makes her pay. Nice move there by Kelsey Plum as she got pushed, and she emphasized it and then clapped as she knew she got the call right away from the officials now. 1:52 remaining. Here comes Natasha Cloud with the ball. Cloud calling out the offense. She gets the ball over to Boston, hands it back over to Cloud now. Number 15, and those black with a green trim. Boston now will shoot three. Miss. Rebound Martin in the white and purple trim jerseys for the Breeze. Martin now will shoot that shot. She'll get a J from the baseline to fall on the left side. Kate Martin getting some easy buckets there for the Breeze. Brings it back to a tie game at 31, 1:20 remaining. Plum now pass her to Jackson. She's stopped by Brink. Tries to get the ball into Boston, but it's intercepted by Jackson. Rakia Jackson with some great defense. Tries to turn it into offense. Oh, wow. Big time foul goes uncalled there. Kelsey Plum smashed into Rakia Jackson's arms, but ball goes out of bounds, and it'll stick with the Blue Breeze here. And Kelsey Plum's going to get sent to the bench, even though they didn't call the foul on her. 31 all still. Martin looked at inbounds it. She finds Brink out on the three-point line. Brink now dribbles, finds space. Oh, and she is blocked by Aaliyah Boston as she went for a quick trigger two-pointer. Gets over to Hayes. Hayes drives down the lane. She's double-teamed. She's fouled. Tiffany Hayes drove down the lane on the left side. She is met by a double team, tried to split it, and they stifled the bucket, but it was a big foul, and she hit the deck. She'll go to the line, though. Free throws coming. 1 minute remaining in the second quarter here. All kinds of problems with the scoreboard. I haven't seen the time pretty much in the entire first half. Then there goes a free throw for Boston. She'll get it to fall. 33-31, 57 seconds remaining. Here comes Jackson. Jackson now down the lane. She passes it over to Brink. Brink open on the baseline. She misses on the 2-point mid-range shot. Rebound Tiffany Hayes. Tiffany Hayes goes into the paint. Now backs up to the free throw line. Pass over to Cloud. Cloud back over to Hayes. Hayes now surveying top of the key three-pointer and misses. Rebound Cameron Brink. She long arms the ball. Gets it over to Martin now. Martin back to Brink at the top of the key. She'll set up the offense. Gets it over to Jackson. Jackson now finding space. She looks at for a 3-pointer and misses. Rebound Brink. Offensive rebound. She gets it over to Martin. Martin open for a 3. And she can't hit that one. And that one gets rebounded by Boston. 16 seconds left. Here goes Tiffany Hayes. Hayes will dribble some air out of the balls. 12, 11, and 10 seconds remain. Here goes Hayes into the pick and roll with Boston. She gets down the lane. 5-4. Boston puts it up. And it hangs on the rim. Rebound Jackson. And 1 second remains as she'll heave it for a missed half-court shot. We are at halftime, folks. Awesome. Unrivaled action. Who do we have playing tonight? Let me tell you a little something about the one and only Paige Beckhurst. Cheer. She's doing work. 10 points on the board for her. She'll lead the Breeze, and they are holding on to they actually, sorry, I take it back. The Phantom have the slim 2-point lead, 33-31. We're at halftime, folks. Woo! That sound effect's labeled smirk, and I always forget it's like a hysterical laughter and not a smirk. It's all good. Halftime. That one's a good one. No, that one goes on forever. Let's just go back to normal applause. Yeah, normal applause, thank you.
Gucci Prada.
Oh, geez. Someone take that person out of this room now. All right, I need some distortion action. There it is. That's some crunchiness I can work with. Halftime. We gotta say some good things about the Boston crew, because Aaliyah Boston on the Phantom and her crew of Kelsey Plum and mostly Tiffany Hayes. We've seen some Natasha Cloud in there too, but it's mostly been Boston and Plum doing work, and they've got the lead today, so can't argue with that in this Philadelphia action over for Unrivaled. You love to see that. There's a lot of pick click coming through on it in there. Yikes. Can you hear this? Oh. All right, I'm ready for more basketball. Give me some of that basketball action. Because you know what? You know who's been on the you know what I can say about the Phantom? Hey, I hit the button, didn't I? Let's take two that one. You know what I could really say about the Phantom right now?
Awesome!
As long as the refs don't come mess everything up. Oh my gosh. Stupid refs come in, and I'm gonna get butthurt if they start making some shit calls.
Overall, though, it's been all right so far. They've been calling a fair game. No complaints here. I'm enjoying this game for sure. No complaints whatsoever. Second half engage. Looks like Sabrina Ionescu has joined the crew for the action. We're going to see a little bit more from Aaliyah Boston here coming up. Breeze 31, the halftime score for the Phantom 33. Similar numbers here overall. Phantom are shooting a little bit better from three, getting more assists, but it looked like they had more turnovers too. 10 points for Paige Beckers, Rakia Jackson with 9, and Aaliyah Boston and Tiffany Hayes have a mirror image of those scores. So really fair matchup here. These teams match up well, very well. Aaliyah Boston enters the court with a big smile on her face. enjoying herself as she's the leader of the game. Third quarter is underway. Ball is inbounded over to Paige Beckers. Beckers with Plum all over her, and she forces the issue, and it's going to be a foul on the floor. It looks like Kelsey Plum got caught trying to steal the ball there. Still early in the third quarter. No change in score. Inbounds pass will come from Paige Beckers. Kelsey Plum's going to line up right in front of her. Aaliyah Boston and Tiffany Hayes are going to try to put defense on Malonga and Jackson. Jackson gets the inbound. Inbound goes back to Beckers. Ball with the ball. And Beckers puts it up, puts it out, and rebound fought for. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with a... Sorry, it looks like it's going to go ahead and change. Refs couldn't figure out who it went off of at first. And it'll go to the Breeze now. Or maybe the Phantom. Sorry, Phantom are going right to left now. Wild passes corralled by Kelsey Plum. Plum down the lane. She gets the baseline, and she gets a bucket. Never give up the baseline on defense. Kelsey Plum cashes in, 35-31. Here comes the Breeze. Wide open shot from Malonga. She'll get a nice layup to fall. Tiffany Hayes the other way. Hayes now, 6 minutes left, and she'll get fouled. She looks like she got a little shaken up here. Oof. Oh, tummy. Are you saying it's pasta time? Oh, dude, I'm going to make some huge Italian pasta right now. Delicified. Oh, the hunger's kicking in. Can't think straight. Boston. Hand off to Plum. Plum now from the three-point line. She'll inbounds pass it to Boston, and Paige Beckers fouls her as she had her dead to rights in the paint. And Malonga hadn't switched off her. Tough on 3-on-3. When you find yourself in a situation like that, you might want to foul quickly before you get scored on. Well played there by Paige Beckers. Inbounds goes to Hayes. Hayes now right around Jackson. She gets to the rim. Nice layup there. 37-33 now. Phantom over the Breeze. Kelsey Plum trying to get a steal on Paige Beckers. Beckers gets it over to Jackson. Jackson gets it into Malonga. Malonga with a wraparound move. And it misses on the layup. Rebound Boston. Boston over to Hayes. Hayes gets it ball back to Boston now. Deep into the paint. And she makes a move. She gets a nice wraparound move of her own to fall. And she gets fouled for a three-point attempt. The old way. Aaliyah Boston gets the ball up, gets the ball in. Nice little add-on point there. Brings them to 40 points for the Phantom, 33 for the Breeze. Paige Beckers dribbles it up with 5:21 remaining here in the third. Gets over to Cameron Brink, who was checked in. She drives on Boston down the left side. She goes up for a bucket. She gets slapped on the arm. Foul by Boston. She puts it in anyways and celebrates as Cameron Brink will go to the line for her own three-point play. Nice bucket there by Cameron Brink. Brink just made a move, knew where the contact was coming from, and still got the ball to go in. Now she'll try to get the and one. She goes for the free throw and makes it fall. Nice free throw form there, and it's 40-36. Breeze are making a move with 5:11 remaining. Here comes Plum now down the lane. She gets right past Beckers. Kelsey Plum is just too fast. Oh, and it's late game warning here. Kelsey Plum hit the ball out of the way, and she's getting a little feisty out there. 42-36. Still lots of time for the Breeze to do something. Oh, and I guess that was the second delay game, so Paige Beckers will go to the line for a free throw now. On the delay game, the technical foul falls. and it's worth 1 now, so that's 42-37, 5-point lead by the Phantom. 5:06 remaining now in the third. Oh, some star-studded celebrities out there on the audience for the Unrivaled League. Paige Beckers will get the ball. She gets going. Paige Beckers pulls up for mid-ranger, and it falls. Cash money. Here goes Kelsey Plum now, going right to left. She'll hand it off to Hayes. Hayes inbounds pass to Boston, and she gets fouled right away on the floor. Made a basket, but it won't count. Kelsey Plum gets a layup to fall and add into the Phantom lead. 44 now 39, 4:37 remaining. Becker's now going down the right side. She's met by Boston. Boston stops her, so she has to pass over to Brink. Brink now drives into the lane, misses on the layup on the right side. She's trying to call for a foul, but doesn't get it. Hayes goes the other way, and she challenges Paige Beckers, and Beckers can't handle Tiffany Hayes going down the left side lane. She is overwhelmed, and she gets her layup to fall. Nice moves here by the Phantom, and they're maintaining their lead as the minutes tick away here in the third. What's coming up after the third here in Unrivaled? You know what's happening. It's sudden death. Tiffany Hayes feeling good as we come to about the halfway point here in the third. Paige Beckers coming with 4:17 on the clock. She goes left, right, hands it over to Jackson. Jackson now probing. She has Kelsey Plum all over her. Gets over to Brink. Brink pass now. She hands it off to Paige Beckers. Pick and roll. And Brink gets down the lane and gets a bucket to fall. Easy bucket there after Paige Beckers set her up there. Nice assist there. And Kelsey Plum draws a foul on the other end. Cameron Brink is frustrated. She doesn't like the call, but she knows her teammate from the Sparks pretty well, and she knows that was a foul drawn on her. Kelsey Plum is like that. And Kelsey Plum knocks down a free throw. 48 now for the Phantom. Here comes Paige Beckers. Beckers hounded by Plum. Gets over to Jackson. Jackson now down the right side. She finds the lane. She's stopped by Boston. Makes a move, fade away, and bucket. Nice step back move there by Rikia Jackson. She gets the bucket and a swish over Aaliyah Boston. Here come the Plum and Boston. Intercepted. The Phantom turn it over, and it goes back to Jackson now. Jackson down the lane, pass to Boston, misses on the layup, and the ball goes out of bounds. They'll stay with the breeze. A lot of emotion out there right now. Kelsey Plum and Rikia Jackson were kind of getting into it. You can see it's getting heated there. We got a timeout on the court, though. Commercial time and Unrivaled. Thank God we don't have to deal with these in the fourth quarter. Have I mentioned how much I enjoy the fourth quarter sudden death action with Unrivaled? Because I think I've mentioned it quite often. Mm, mm, mm. Friday night, a little basketball action. Then I'm going to be macking some pasta action after this. It's good times. Pasta and carbohydrates. Good times.
I love it! You guys are so great!
Excuse me. Thanks for watching. Alrighty. We have it looks like they tried to mic up the coach, but that really didn't work out because we did not get to hear her. I couldn't really read the lips, but I'm sure she was saying something like play defense. It's usually what the coach is saying in basketball. Inbounds pass here coming from Rakia Jackson. Jackson to Brink. Brink now gets past Fan down the right side. Nice move. Cameron Brink is slinky and gets right past the fan like a statue. Cloud now the other way. Gets the ball stripped out of her hand as she was going down the lane. Rakia Jackson almost had the steal, but it goes out of bounds. He'll stick with the Phantom. Inbounds pass goes to Fan. Has Boston Brink in front of her. Brink now falls down and a charge. Brink drew the charge as Fan threw it out an arm. Brink hit the deck, got the foul, and it's going the other way. Phantom could be losing their lead here pretty soon. Let's see what the scoreboard says. Scoreboard again not functioning here for Unrivaled action. Let's see, can I pull it up on their website? Paige Becker's now with the ball. Beckers. There we go, 48-45. Now 48-47. Here goes Plum. Plum to Eriefen. Eriefen gets a layup to fall. 50-47 now. Breeze are still around, but they're not getting the lead. Here goes Beckers. Beckers now trying to find Rakia Jackson. Jackson gets the pass, gets it back to Beckers. Beckers gets it down to Jackson as she went down in the lane. Nice streak down there, and she got it to fall. 2:31 remaining now. Third quarter winding down. Here goes Eriefen. Eriefen moves Cameron Brink with her body and Brink cannot stop her from getting a layup. 52-49 now, 2 minutes remaining. Here goes Jackson. Jackson, Aaron pass, and Cameron Brink barely can hold on to it, but she falls out of bounds as she was trying to grab that pass. Cameron Brink is tall, but she ain't that tall. And that pass took her all the way out of bounds. $52-49 still. 2:06 remaining in the third. Natasha Cloud, she finds a Plum. Plum now. She has Paige Beckers all over her. She has to pass over to Eriefen. Eriefen almost had the ball stolen by Malonga. She puts up a shot and she gets it to fall. Nothing happening on the offense for the Phantom, but Eriefen bails him out with a fadeaway mid-range shot. Here comes Paige Beckers now. Beckers, she gets a Plum on her back, shoots from the paint, and hits the bucket. Nice move there. 137 remaining. Plum with a stop, and she traveled. Yeah, Kelsey Plum. She thought she was making a sweet move in the paint, but that stutter step was too many steps. Advantage Paige Beckers right now. Let's see if she can take advantage to get her team the lead. Beckers dribbling. She gets a screen. Dribbles past Malonga. Has Irifan on her now. She gets back on the second point line. Oh, she throws an intercepted pass to Natasha Cloud. And Cloud running down the lane. Gets it to Irifan, and Irifan is going to get fouled in the paint. 54-51, 119 remaining, and looks like the Phantom are going to the line. Kiki Irifan, 44 for the Phantom in the black jersey. She puts in a bucket from the free throw line and brings the Phantom up to 56. 51 for the Breeze, down by 5. Here comes Kate Martin. Now Kate Martin trying to find Paige Beckers, gets a screen from her, drives down the lane, pushes off, and shoots a mid-ranger miss. Rebound Hayes. Hayes down the lane. She'll rush down the left side. She finds some space and gets to the bucket for a quick layup. Bigger lead than the Breeze want to see here. Can they come on offense? Martin getting hounded by Cloud, and she'll get fouled. No! Offensive foul. Moving screen on Malonga as Natasha Cloud was taken out. There'll be a turnover. Phantom are in position down to take over. 52 seconds remaining. Here's Natasha Cloud to inbounds the pass in today's. 49 seconds left on the clock. Gets it over to Irifan. Irifan with Malonga in front of her. Fade away. Miss. Rebound Malonga. Jackson now into Malonga, and she gets a bucket to fall. And a foul. Nice chance here for a three-point play. 58-53. They really need this free throw to get into a two-possession game. Brink comes back in the game. Malonga stays in at the free throw line. The Breeze, their white jerseys, it looks like they have two lines on them. One is a thick purple line outlined by thin pink lines. Sponsored by Thorn. She shoots the free throw, and it's off the back of the iron. They can't close the gap from 5, and here come the Phantom. Natasha Cloud stares down Rikia Jackson, 21 seconds remaining. She gets it down to Boston. Boston now on the brink. Boston gets it back to Cloud. Cloud back to Boston. Open on the wing, and she puts in a mid-range shot. Nice shot there by Boston. 9 seconds remaining now. Here goes Rikia Jackson. Jackson to Malonga. Malonga now tries to hand it back off to her, but stopped by Cloud. Tries to get it now over to Jackson. Jackson now with 1 second. She goes down the lane. She puts it up and misses. And that's how the third quarter will end. Fourth quarter coming up. We got fourth quarter sudden death action coming up now. You're not ready for this fourth quarter action, are you, big guy? Huh? You ready for this fourth quarter action? No, it's coming at you. Yeah, you just want these head scratches. This good doggy likes head scratches. You get head scratches on the commercial more often now. Yeah. Oh, he's loving that. You haven't been He's loving this. What a good boy. You know, I really want to update the bridge on this guitar. I have a roller bridge, and it needs to go on there for palm muting. I mean, I do have a little mark there, but I mean, I can handle it. It just sucks. Why not have a nice soft roller bridge right there, rather than whatever this is? This thing right here. It's pointy. It's pointy right into my palm. So we got some fourth quarter action coming up. Aaliyah Boston with 15 points and 7 rebounds in this game so far. She's doing work. Getting it done. Always. Every way. Which way? Wow. Record all-time attendance for a regular season pro women's basketball game tonight. 21,490. That's right. If you're watching Unrivaled Basketball, you are witnessing the record. All-time record for the pro women's basketball game. 21,490. Congratulations to Unrivaled for that right there. That's awesome. Sold out crowd there in Philly. Love to see it. I think I see Kyle Lowry out there. Here we go. Start of the fourth quarter. Winning score is 71. Here goes Phantom. Natasha Cloud. She rips a pass over to Erie Fan, and she goes right down the left side, and she makes a bucket fall. Nice bucket there by Kiki Erie Fan. 62-53 now. The Breeze have a lot of work to do here in the fourth. Rakia Jackson hounded on the three-point line. She passes over to Malonga. Malonga gets over to Beckers. Beckers now met by two people. Gets it over, pass over to Jackson, and Jackson buries a three-pointer. They needed that one big time. 56 for the Breeze now, down by 6. Winning score is 71. Cloud over to Boston. Boston gets it into Eriefen. Eriefen makes a move right around Jackson, but she misses on the layup. Rebound goes to Beckers. Beckers now down the lane on the left side. She fakes a shot. Pump fakes again. Gets it a pass over to Malonga and a foul. It looks like Natasha Cloud was pushing off on Dominique Malonga. And there was really not much of a choice there. She had to do something on defense because Malonga is a scoring machine down in the paint. Here we go. Foul causes an outbounds pass. It goes to Rakia Jackson. Jackson dribbles, finds space, makes a sweet move, and can't hit the layup. She had Boston searching for someone to defend, but she couldn't cash it in. Here comes Cloud the other way, misses. Rebound Malonga. Malonga gets it over to Beckers now. Beckers, seeing that they need to do a lot of work to get the 6-point deficit taken care of. She works her way into the paint, passes over to Jackson. Jackson laser pass into Malonga, and Malonga can't get the layup to fall. She fights for the offensive rebound, and it looks like she'll foul Kiki Eriefen from behind. Phantom are holding their own. Let's see what can happen here. Aaliyah Boston is really the main force in this game right now. Love to see that. 62-56 still. Kelsey Plum is checked in. She'll take the ball down the lane on the left side. Backs it out to the three-point line. Passes over to Leah Boston. Boston open for a three. And she misses off of the front of the iron. A rebound fought for, and Jackson gets fouled by Kiki Irifen as she was fighting for the foul. And the crowd hates it. The crowd is booing. These refs don't know what they're talking about, according to the crowd, but we'll see what happens here. It looks like that's the 5th foul there on Malonga. 2 bigs out there for the Breeze with Cameron Brink and Dominique Malonga going up against Boston and Irifen. And then it will be Plum and Beckers. Beckers now with the ball. She dribbles, finds space, gets past Plum on the right side, and puts in a bucket in the paint. Nice shot there by Paige Beckers. 58 now for the Breeze. Here goes Plum. Plum down the lane. Double teamed by Brink. Passes over to Irifen. Irifen makes a move. Gets it over to Boston. Wide open for 3. Oh, and it can't cash it in. Free run there for 3, but the rebound goes to Malonga. Gets over to Beckers now. Beckers behind the back. Gets it past Plum. Gets it back. Gets over. Gets to the baseline. All 3 defenders on her. She finds a wide open Cameron Brink, and Brink misses off the front of the iron. Rebound, Irifen. Irifen now dribbling the other way. She waits for the rest of the team to come meet her in the front court. Gets it over to Boston. Boston out of Plum. Plum from 3. Misses. She thought she got fouled. Rebound, Brink. Brink over to Beckers. Beckers now hounded by Plum. She dribbles for space on the 3-point line. Moves down, goes to the baseline. Shoots and hits it. She got right behind Kelsey Plum and made her pay. 62-60, 2-point lead now. Winning score is 71. So the Breeze are right back into this one. It's anyone's game moving into the final quarter. I need to change these strings. This poor guitar needs a lot. It's been a while since I played it, for more than a few songs, and wow, she's a little rough right now. Definitely one of my favorites, though. Can't say enough good things about an Epiphone Les Paul. If you ever get a chance to own one of these, I've had like 4 or 5 of them now, and I never can complain. The only Les Paul I've ever returned was a Gibson. Not needed. If you play guitar, you'll enjoy the Epiphone more. All right, let's get some fourth quarter action back into the fold. Here come the Phantom. Gets over to Plum. Plum now. What's that sound? Dude. Oh, that is. The horn is stuck on. Oh my god, that's awful. I feel so bad for everyone there in Miami, Florida right now. Some huge technical difficulties going on with Unrivaled tonight, and the horn is stuck on. Oh no. Everyone is freaking out. I was like wondering, I'm like, wait, is my guitar is feedbacking? Nope, that's the horn. If you want to know what it sounds like in my headphones right now. It's still going. That's awful. That is awful. You know what that horn sounds like on an NBA game. There's something in my eye. Ow. Ow. Okay, I think that feels better. I'm not sure. I'm sure it's all messed up now. Ah. Oh my god, what happened? What just happened? Wow, that sounds all of a sudden real ass. It's all good. 6460. Here comes Paige Beckers going to the free throw line. That'll be enough guitar, I think, for tonight. Oh. Consider my fingers hurt, my eye hurts. My everything hurts, buddy. Okay. 64-62. Breeze are still threatening. Plum puts up a shot, misses for the Phantom. Rebound goes to Markia Jackson. She'll dribble, finds some space down the left side on Tiffany Hayes, but she gets stopped. Passes out to Malonga. Malonga back to Jackson, down on the paint. She makes a move, maps around, and puts in a left-handed layup on the reverse side. Nice move there by Rakia Jackson. 64 all, 71's the winning score. Ball goes to Boston deep in the paint. She pushes for some space and can't get the ball to fall. Rebound Malonga. Oh, geez. We might need to cut this short. My dog says he wants to diarrhea all over the carpet now. Jackson misses. 64 all. Are you okay, buddy? Kelsey Plum hits a basket. Nice there. 66-64 now. 5 points away from winning the game. Here comes Paige Beckers. Beckers into Malonga. Malonga catches a high pass, and she puts it in for a left-handed layup. She probably could have dunked that. 66-66. It's all tied up. 5 points stands between one of these teams and the other, and the win. Oh, and the ball is dribbled off of someone's foot, and it'll be staying with the Phantom. A lot of nice hoops in here. Rakia Jackson doing tons of work. Cloud will inbounds the ball, and it goes over to Boston. Boston triggers a three-pointer, and she kills it. Aaliyah Boston hitting three balls. Can't wait to see that for the Fever. 69-66, and the Phantom are one bucket away from winning. Timeout. Let's see what the Breeze can do. They need some help right now. They are in trouble. Are you okay? You're not going to shard everywhere, are you? Please don't. We only have one more bucket, and then I'll take you outside. And you can diarrhea all over my neighbor who has the mean dog. Let's do it all over his yard. Right in front of where he walks out in the morning to get his newspaper. All of a sudden, he walks in some cold diarrhea that was left on his patio. Yes, buddy. That's what he gets. I'm just kidding. I always pick up the poops. Even when they get a little bit runny, you kind of have to make your hand into a cup motion and scoop. Oh, I'll get you to you in a minute. You can be patient. You can be a patient boy. Aaliyah Boston steps onto the court looking to win the game for the Phantom. Let's see if she can do it. Breeze are sitting at 66 points, so they only need a couple more buckets too. If they can hit a 3, which is definitely in their wheelhouse. Let's see what they got.
Give me this action right now. I'm so sick of waiting. Inbounds the pass. Finally, stupid refs.
Inbounds goes to Jackson. Jackson surveys the offense. Gets a screen. Oh, no. Fake screen from Paige Beckers. Now Jackson will dribble. She has Cloud all over her. She doesn't know what to do, and the shot clock runs out on her. Broken play out of the timeout. You don't want to see that for the Breeze. Phantom can win the game with one more bucket, and Kelsey Plum is out there, and Kelsey Plum is great at getting these kind of last-second layups. Let's see if the Phantom can end it all right here. My eye is watering, so I hope so. I might need to go get that washed out real quick. Hopefully there's not some like rust from the strings that I just rubbed into my eyes. Here comes Plum. Plum into area fan. Oh, Boston gets it. Oh, blocked by Brink. Nice block there. It goes to Rakia Jackson. Breeze stay alive for at least one more possession here. Jackson into Paige Beckers. Beckers looking for a screen from Cameron Brink. She gets it. Kelsey Plum on her back. She goes down the left side, puts it up, and gets it to fall from the mid-range. Nice. Swished there. 69-68. Winning score is 71. Here goes Kelsey Plum right down the lane. She gets right past Brink and can't get the rebound. Rebound Boston. Gives it over to Cloud. Cloud now under the basket. She dribbles for space. Finds Boston. Double team. Cloud now on the three-point line. She dribbles and puts it up at the buzzer and can't get it to fall. Rebound. Oh, she gets it over to Boston. 10 seconds now on the shot clock. Plum down the lane. She goes past Brink. And she gets it to fall for the game winner. Kelsey Plum is like that. She's got that in her bag. She loves the big moment, and she put it in for the game-winning shot at 71-68. Phantom beat the Breeze. Thanks for watching.